I'm Larry Kosilla.
Oh my gosh.
I'm a detailer and an overall clean freak. Our cars can be harboring 6 times the amount of bacteria as a public bathroom toilet seat.
Crazy.
So I turned my childhood obsession with cleaning into a superpower. Well, this is the first, where I can always see the beauty through the filth, and because of that, I can turn a completely trashed car into a beautiful, coveted treasure. Doesn't get any better than that. This is extreme detailing. Right now, I'm getting a delivery of a DeLorean that's coming in from Iowa. This thing, where do you find stuff like this? Mike is a longtime friend of mine. I call him the DeLorean Whisperer. He finds and restores the most amazing DeLoreans I've ever seen. All right, so I gotta ask, what is this worth?
As it sits, you're probably looking at 20. I'll say once we've gone through everything, this thing could push 90,000.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a huge
so we got
cut.
our work cut out for us, but yeah, there's some money that could be made here for sure. Thanks for the help, Larry.
You got it. The DeLorean is an American-made car that was produced for a very short time in the early 80s. Only 9,000 cars were ever made. Now, what makes this car unique is the outside body is made entirely of 304 grade stainless steel panels that are similar to what's used in, let's say, a commercial-grade kitchen. With that being said, they're known for their troubled past. The DeLorean Motor Company filed for bankruptcy in 1982, shortly before its founder, John DeLorean, was arrested on drug trafficking charges. Though its production was short-lived, the DeLorean became a pop culture icon after it was featured as the time machine in the Back to the Future film franchise just 2 years after it ceased production. With only about 6,500 cars left in existence, these cars have become highly collectible.
That is a dirty fridge.
This way I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is gross. We got a little bit of mold going on in here, which is always a concern. Kind of interesting. Wow, check that out. That yellow, that's just urine. Mice, they can't really see well, which is kind of interesting. So they use feces and urine to kind of get their trail to where where their home is, where their nest is. Urine is actually more potent, stronger than the mouse feces. It doesn't actually smell. It's the urine that you're kind of sensing with your whole body because it kind of wafts in you and it punches you in the face. Oh, look at this. We can be a new subscriber. Plus, we get a bonus certificate. It's a magazine. People, this is so 80s, it's not even funny.
Yeah, we're time traveling already. My name is Jordan, and I'm the business manager at Ammo.
Oh man, look at this. This is a
That
telltale
is quite a
sign.
smell. It's an ashtray. I have to make sure that our projects get done and keep his perfectionist ass moving. What do you think?
What do you mean, in terms of time?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 2 to 3 days, for sure. I mean, look at we got the smoke, we got mold, this is a bit of a project.
Do you think we could hustle a little harder?
Yeah, we can get it done. So at this point, when there's fecal matter everywhere, it becomes a safety issue, not just a cleaning issue. It's always a good day when you're putting on your Tony suit. This adds an extra step in the cleaning process because I have to be safe as well as return the interior condition to a safe environment so that when somebody works on it in the future, they don't get sick.
Oh my gosh. That is the mouse highway. Crazy.
My favorite part of cleaning a car is when the car has a story. And as soon as I unpeel that onion, you can see that there's just somebody lived in there. There was pens, there was pencils. It turns out it's a time capsule from when the person last drove the car.
Q-tip that has earwax on it, for some reason, is disgusting. Batteries. So I don't know what any of this is, but we're gonna save it. Oh, okay. All right, we've officially found our friend. Look at all the mice nests everywhere. In here, in here, in here, everywhere. But you can see the insulation. They chew that up, spit it out, and they make it into a nest. The chances are we're either gonna find somebody dead or somebody alive in here. This is when it gets really dangerous. With the light, do you see all that stuff floating around? That's what gets in your lungs, and that's what causes a lot of problems. Allergic reactions, and there could be a thing called hantavirus, which will get you incredibly sick.
Now, when it comes to mouse feces, the couple of things that I'm looking at, as crazy as that sounds, is the color of it and the sheen of it.
All this brown stuff and black stuff, that's actual feces right here.
It looked all pretty consistent and pretty old, so I know that they were in there a very long time.
Oh, this is years.
Holy moly.
Dude,
You seem a little busy.
crazy, right?
Wow.
Look, they even burrowed out a little hole right there. Don't breathe any of this stuff. Oh, it's so deep. Oh. Those are babies. They found a nice warm place to live, whether it got too cold, or in this case, there's just too much moisture. Unfortunately, they didn't make it, my friend. We're gonna have to give them a proper burial later on.
So
Ugh.
Larry, do you think as far as timing, you know, now that we found this huge nest in here,
We still might be on time, but I'm having a blast, if that matters.
crazy.
We have to clean everything first. Cleaning means we vacuum, we scoop it up, we can use regular cleaners to kind of just remove it from the surface, but that doesn't mean it's disinfected. The second thing we do is go in and actually disinfect it. White distilled vinegar, 50-50 with water.
That's dirty.
Inside there are a ton of cigarette butts, so obviously somebody was smoking. All that tar, all that nicotine is getting stuck there.
That's what happens to the interior of cars when you smoke. Before, after.
I was able to pull out all the interior, evict any critters, dead or alive, vacuum, sanitize, and reassemble the interior. Now it's time to turn my attention to the exterior, which for DeLorean's is the most critical part to the value of the car. This is my favorite part of the process, behind vacuuming. So they're all my favorite, but when you power wash a car and you can really see the difference from before and after, it's just unbelievable. Then when we go in and regrain this, oh, it's gonna be so fun. This is great. After spraying off the years of dust and grime and getting into the nooks and crannies with the bristles of the brush, it has unfortunately revealed some of the damage to the stainless steel. You can see there's certain areas, like this here, very brown, starting to rust. There are rust spots everywhere, and for stainless steel, that is a huge problem. I want to get Mike down here to discuss how deep of regraining I'm gonna have to do. Wow. Looks and more importantly, smells a little different, huh? So now that it's clean, we can actually see that there's rust going on in here. Now, does that kill the value of the car?
Yeah, well, the rust is definitely something we want to try to get removed. But yeah, obviously with a stainless steel car, that is corrosion. They're not rust proof. They're just very resistant to it. And that's rust we got to get out.
This is what I was worried about. You can see little dots of brown everywhere. That's the formation, the beginning of oxidation, which is, in car terms, that is cancer for the car. And if I can't get it out with the sandpaper, we're gonna lose a little bit of value on the cars.
When we see this the most, it's on cars that have probably been sitting filthy for a decade. And over time, it just starts to break down the surface of the metal, and you do get browning. And then what happens worse than this is you can get pitting, and if it goes deep, it's very difficult to get off and almost impossible.
So in terms of value, how detrimental are these brown spots?
We have to get them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people expect stainless to be silver, and you can see this, you know, up close, it's obvious.
So getting these spots out is really important to Mike for the overall value of the car. So I'm a little nervous. I want to make sure that I can do this properly and not take too much stainless steel or put any divots in it in the process. So it's a little bit complicated. This is the first time I'm actually installing scratches. It's sort of like trying to hurt yourself on purpose. You kind of can't do it.
Boy, that is hard. Just like an EKG.
The very first time I ever touched an electric hand drill to a DeLorean is very, very uncomfortable. You have to use what's called a wolf head, which is a fancy word for just saying a spinning piece of sandpaper. However, because it's installed by humans, it's not a machine. It doesn't go perfect. So as you're looking down the line, you can see it kind of wiggle. That's when it gets a bit challenging. So I'm learning that instead of moving your arms like this that have a natural arc, this kind of bend, you have to keep your arms locked in and move your feet. Getting there. As I'm moving back and forth with the sandpaper, sometimes you can go a little bit heavier in certain areas. So you kind of want to blend it so there's not wildly defined lines, or if you stand on one side, you can see a line here. If you stand over there, you see 3 lines there. You're trying to blend everything.
It's not a perfectly straight line. This is incredibly difficult.
What makes this extra special is Mike is a world-renowned DeLorean expert, so to not have this perfectly straight is probably gonna drive him nuts, so I got a lot of work to do. Now that I've got all the panels regrained, I'm going to blend the grain with a Scotch-Brite pad and WD-40. Yeah, this is almost like polish, but it's, from a detailing perspective, it's kind of sacrilegious at the same time. That looks awesome. Mike is coming in to pick up the car in a couple of hours, so we have to do all the final touches and get the DeLorean buttoned up before he arrives. I am polishing out the original fiberglass that's been sitting outside for years. Sun, water, bird poo everywhere, so it's just decayed and sort of faded over time. So I have to say, this DeLorean is looking like a brand new car. I can't wait for Mike to see it.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, man?
How you guys doing? Wow.
What do you think? A little different,
I think
huh?
It looks great, yeah. Wow.
When we finally finished the car, it looked fantastic.
Wow.
Come in, let me show you this. No.
It's great in here again.
Yes.
The browns are gone and the grays are back. It looks like a different car. The stainless was really making me nervous because there was a lot of brown in this. There was a lot of rust and all the discoloration is gone, and that's just gonna make reselling this thing so much easier.
Now when it comes to the hood, you can see all of the oxidation gone.
Wow, all the browning is out. Thank you for taking on this challenge. The car looks excellent, and I really appreciate the help.
No worries, this is a blast. Mike's gonna get $90,000 for this flip, with a barn find cost of $25,000, my cleaning and restoration cost of $12,000, and Mike's engine repair cost of $8,000. He stands to make a profit of around $45,000.
What a transformation.
Well, here she is.
Dude, this is a dirty car.
Yeah, 1999 Land Rover Discovery Series 2, extra special.
Wait, don't we drive past this all the time?
Yes, this is the one that's always there. I'm like, I want to clean this car in the worst way.
What have you done?
This is kind of like a dream come true for me, but you can see on the outside, moss, there's lichen everywhere.
It's like a mobile greenhouse, dude. Look at this. My name is Sarah, and I am a paint polishing specialist. No job is the same, and I love that consistently it's inconsistent, and there's always a challenge.
All right, check this out.
Ooh, that's got a smell to it.
Just crazy. So we got
dude.
white mold here, and if you look on the other side, really, really smelly inside. There's no way there isn't a mouse or a raccoon or something in here. There's poop everywhere on the inside. So we know that this is gonna be a project.
We gotta close this door.
Absolutely disgusting. So on this Rover, my biggest concern is organic growth. When it comes to the exterior, the lichen, the moss, the mold, that's all been thriving on the paint. The interior, it's filled with fresh mold and could be extremely hard to fully eradicate, not to mention dangerous. Whenever I'm working on the interior of a car that's really disgusting, the first thing I like to do is use sodium chloride. Now, what that's gonna do is kill any bacteria in the inside before we even get in to start to clean and disinfect. While the chlorine tablets do their work, I'm about to do absolute battle to the exterior. So lichen is a combination of algae and fungi. So it's not really algae and it's not really fungi. It works as a combination of the two of them, for lack of a better word. So the way to get that off is to use a lot of soap and water, and in this case, I'm gonna be using a pressure washer just to kind of blow it off.
First time to get soap on it. You can feel it all just coming off right now.
Oh, I think the paint's in pretty decent condition. Definitely gonna need a heavy decontamination. Gonna have to do some claying to it, but I think it's gonna polish out really nice. Just seeing those defects literally be removed within seconds is so satisfying.
The outside,
I can tell you right now is gonna be absolutely ridiculously shiny.
she's feeling pretty good right now. So although we're focusing right now just cleaning up the exterior, the inside is completely disgusting, as you saw. So most of the work, the dangerous work, is gonna be on the inside.
We're now ready to move to the interior now that it's been disinfected by the chlorine tablets.
So the chlorine tablet just disinfected and sort of sanitized everything, just enough for us to get in here and have a fighting chance. We still gotta wear masks, we still gotta wear bunny suits, gloves, and so on, but it just kind of killed anything that was still in here and kind of lurking around. Next step, get the garbage out.
When someone brings us their vehicle, it's an honor and a privilege, but at times it can certainly also be scary because you don't always know what you're finding and you don't always know who it belongs to. Whew. Oh, raffle tickets. There's a bunch of them in here. Maybe this is a gold mine.
I don't know, I think I'm a loser. That's even dirty for me. I like dirty.
When you see lichen on a car, there's a good chance there's going to be mold on the inside of a car. And the reason why is the buildup of lichen and moss tends to block the rain rails.
All of this is full. And when it's full like that, it's gonna have water back up.
What that does is it creates moisture on the inside. If you have warmth and moisture, you're gonna get mold. And in this case, no doubt about it, there's mold on the outside and there's mold on the inside. So we have a lot of work to do.
Okay, so we're taking the door panels off because mold grows behind panels. So even though we can clean the outside, or the part that's facing the interior, inside, that's where a lot of stuff is trapped. And you can see it all in there. That's all mold down there. And so if we were to clean just the outside, look at all that. That's not good.
So now we're giving the front and back of the panels a scrub down. And we're starting to hit all the nooks and crannies of this car where mold can grow.
Years and years of germs and bacteria and dirt just bedding into this. Nice bubbly dirt. Yeah. So satisfying.
The last thing we really need to do is to turn the outside to a pure diamond. And because this paint is super hard and really destroyed, wet sanding brings a lot less heat into the substrate. And because if I go 3, 4, 5 passes with a machine, it creates a lot of heat. There's not a lot of paint here. So instead, you go wet sanding. But most people look at wet sanding and say, hey, oh, whoa, that's way too aggressive. But it's actually quite the opposite. So we're doing this to save steps, to save the paint, and it's gonna look 10 times better. All right, so you can see in here, there is metallic flake that you couldn't see before. It was just caked with dirt and junk and contamination. But as soon as you went in and sanded it, the difference from here to here, night and day. This thing's gonna look like a show car when we're done. Just another 8 more hours of polishing. Now that we're putting the finishing touches on the car, it's really starting to look fantastic. More importantly, it feels good, it smells good, and I know that the car is happy. It's good now. When Julie gets here to see it, she's gonna lose her mind. This is like a brand new car ready for the road.
Hey, Larry!
Nice to meet you.
Oh, great to meet you.
Come on in, check her out.
Oh,
Unbelievable, right?
what? What?
That's crazy.
Oh my God! No way!
Yes, just wild, right? It is a different color green now.
How did you do this?
Oh, this was a lot of work. The moss and the lichen actually acts like a little jacket, so it actually protected the paint underneath. So believe it or not, parking underneath that tree, although unsightly,
It saved it?
it saved the paint. It's so cool.
Oh, this is...
This is
I
crazy.
really don't think it's the same car.
Ah, it's amazing, it's amazing. But more importantly, take a whiff in there. You couldn't stand here before. You couldn't, it was unsafe. It smells pretty good in there, right?
Oh my gosh, you
it's a
could
new car.
sleep in there. Oh my goodness.
Yes, that was black when we started. All this was black.
The gods and the angels have shown. As soon as I saw it, I didn't think it was the same truck. I never knew that this truck could look the same or what it used to look like years and years ago. It was, I mean, this was the beauty I remember. I just never thought, after sitting for so long and really becoming an ornament on the lawn, that it would come back to life.
This is a very cool car. It deserves to be this clean and hopefully back on the road soon.
I want to cry. It was just by some amazing grace that Larry stepped into our life. And look what Larry did. Just amazing. I don't think it's the same truck.